So we're here with Janaea, the owner of Brainiac's 2 locations. We're in the Vauxhall location. Janaea has been the owner here for how many years now?
13 years.
13 years. And although the business is absolutely phenomenal, I think it's beautiful. I immediately went to go sit in detention because I felt like I was out of order here. I think it's more important to take some time to speak with Janaea and like kind of learn about her and her journey. All right. So introduce yourself. Who are you? Where you're from? All the generics.
Okay. My name is Janaea James. I'm from East Orange, New Jersey. I've been in education for 20 years now. I have my master's in school administration and education, and I've been a school teacher for 13 years before I purchased Brainiac Childcare Center.
So so this is just Jay talking, right? I have this thing where I say that people that's in education, they can't have kids because you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I have kids. I can't work in education. Like, did you already have kids? Was that something you was in love with? How'd that happen?
So no. So I come from a family of educators.
Okay.
Originally, I have a degree in science. I was going to be a nurse.
Okay. Is that where the science logo came from?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was going to be a nurse initially, and then I decided that wasn't my calling. I come from a family of educators, and that's kind of where I wanted to be.
Okay.
So when I had my daughter, I was doing my last year of clinicals, and I switched in my last year of clinicals to education.
Your last year of clinical, you switched to education. Did your family think you were crazy?
No. My mom's a teacher.
Okay.
They were like, okay, well, welcome home.
Okay. They knew it. Mama always know. All right, cool. So you switched to clinical after your last year, and when you were going to do education, was it a specific subject or was it just in general education? I know your family come from that, but what tied you back to education?
Being honest.
This was about.
When I had my daughter, it was the timing because when I was going on my interviews, I just had a baby, and they were saying I would have to work from 7 to 3 or 3 to 11. That wasn't going to work with a new baby. So I went into general ed, and then I went into English and reading.
Okay, and so from the entrepreneurial standpoint, I guess when did that happen, and what triggered that shift?
The shift triggered when I started another company for education, and we were all over the state of New Jersey doing tutoring for underprivileged children. After the state ended that grant, then we just went to. I came into childcare.
Okay, were you nervous? I mean, because I'm not gonna say here. Listen, I can tell you from my own standpoint. Half of the time, at least for me, when I became an entrepreneur, to be honest with you, it was a little bit ignorantly. Like, I didn't necessarily know I knew what I was doing in the business. I didn't know that I was going out into like the river by myself in an uncharted territory. So did that ever cross your brain? Were you nervous or did you?
Of course, you never know what the outcome is going to be. Like, so it's definitely some nervousness involved. But I think with the support of my family and everybody, like, you can do it. It just made it a little bit easier, and nobody kind of asked me whether or not they never doubted me. Let me say that. So they never put doubt in my mind while I was doing it.
That's good. How important, so you're talking about basically, I consider it, and I'm sure you do, your support system. How important is your support system when it comes to like stepping out or, entrepreneurial?
Extremely important. Because we all know as entrepreneurs in the beginning, there's no money. People say this word entrepreneur. I want to be an entrepreneur. Like, that just brings the money when you say it. We know in the beginning, you are out here on faith and on hopes and on dreams. There's no money out here. So my support system was extremely important. Extremely.
I like that. So, all right, cool. So let's talk generically about Brainiacs. Now, we got another episode coming later where we'll dive specifically into the curriculum, the who's, the what's, the when's, the where's of Brainiacs. But when you think about Brainiacs, does it bring you pride, joy? What comes to mind with Brainiacs?
It brings me great pride and joy, especially knowing where I started from and what it looked like in the beginning to where I am now. So great pride and joy. I'm very happy to say I'm the owner.
That's what's up. And in terms of Black History Month, I'm gonna speak right to it. We're in Black History Month. Black boss happened to be a female. What does that mean to you in terms of just for you yourself, but just up and coming entrepreneurs?
It means everything. It means that because education is something that normally in our community we don't celebrate, but and we also don't think that it's money in education. It's a lot of money in education. So it gives me great hope. It makes me feel really good that I am a Black owner, that I do service communities where I don't want to kind of stereotype, but where education is not celebrated, and we do a very good job making sure our kids have the foundation.
I love it. So my closing, I got one or two more questions, but I like, and I'm not saying that it's just this lane, but when I first met you and I heard about Brainiacs, I was hearing the journey. One of the things, to me, naturally, that made sense. I was like, wow, she was in education. She understood that educational world, and then she went into entrepreneurial world, still within her reach, right? So my question is there, obviously I would imagine that if you're a teacher or a principal, being able to kind of navigate into the ownership of Brainiacs, is it a little bit more simpler, or is it like, what is that like, would that be a specific type of people you would look for? Or is anybody specific you would look for in terms of being a franchisee? That's more the question.
I would look for people who want to be in education and it's not just a business. People who want to create a strong foundation so that children have educational success when they leave. I would not want somebody that just wanted a business, because then you won't understand it and you won't really know how to pivot to make sure that the kids are educated properly.
All right, so here's my questions about Jania. Just want to know her as a human. All right, so you as a human, did you grow up playing double dutch? Did you play outside, or was you in the house?
Definitely.
She's a double dutch girl. All right, double dutch.
Definitely. Kickball all the time.
Kickball. She telling her age now. Kickball.
Kickball all the time. And just good times, like hanging out outside. Like people don't go outside anymore.
Top three. Cause it's going to tell you top 3 cartoons that you enjoy.
Oh, don't do that.
I said it. I'm going to tell your age right now.
Oh, the Smurfs.
The Smurfs.
Oh, the Smurfs.
The Smurfs? Okay.
Say you don't even know about that.
I know about the Smurfs.
Alvin and Chipmunks.
Oh, you digging. Oh, you
That's
digging.
what I watch. On Saturday mornings.
All right.
What was my third one? Oh, I don't really have a third one. Those were my 2.
Alvin and the Chipmunks and Smurfs.
Don't
All right, 2 more. Top 2, because it seems like, all right, top 2 cereal brands that you enjoy.
Captain Crunch.
All right, we talking now.
We
Now
talking? Okay.
Now we in the house. If you just said peanut butter out, it took you out. But
No.
Captain Crunch is a classic.
Because that's new. That peanut butter's new. Captain Crunch, and I would have to say Fruity Pebbles. Those are my 2.
Oh, she's in the house. I still got that in my refrigerator right now. And then outside of business, because the funny thing is, a lot of times what I like to show, and this is the trueness, like a lot of times people in business, you see them in their excellence and you see them in their quote unquote makeup, which is a part of them, but we don't get a chance often just to see the human. Like, you know what I mean? So like random Friday night, free, bills are paid, operations running. What's Janaea doing?
Somewhere celebrating with the drink in hand.
Libation awaits.
Libation awaits. And just hanging out with my husband, because we have a good time together. So whatever we can do, the kids are grown now. So hanging out.
Cut. She said whatever we can do. You see that? She out of her mind. Thank you so much for spending the time with us. I want you guys to follow this journey. This is going to be an absolutely amazing journey. I like Janaea as a human being. I love her business, and I'm excited from my point of view to see her actually take her business and put it in a playing field where others can celebrate it, but also be rewarded from it. Brainiacs is the next up and coming thing. It's already here, so I'm excited to see this journey. All right, my girl.
Thank you.
She said the Smurfs.